So today with us on Stewart Talk, we have with us another great student, academic, excelling in the classroom as well on the court, academically and her play on the basketball court. On Stewart Talk, we walk in our purpose on purpose, and today this young lady is definitely doing that. She's a outstanding athlete, and she walks in her purpose. And today we have with us Miss Sae Hightower. How you doing today?
I'm doing well.
Doing well. Yeah, before we press record, we were talking about your DECA. Congratulations on that. Because it just shows the versatility of you as a student athlete. You know, students first. That's what coaches always preach. Be a student first before an athlete, and being that you can be able to excel in the classroom and even other, organizations and groups and different things. How did this come about? Did you always take academics and stuff number one, or you just started getting into it the more you got older and in high school?
When I was younger, I was one of them class clown type of kids. I'm just funny. I'm the biggest troll, but I've always been like all about my academics first. Like I don't like math, but everything else I was on that. But now I really started like, take it serious and stuff. I've been like honor roll since I say middle school, sixth grade, ever since now up to now.
Up to now, then even with the DECA, because like DECA, I remember people being involved in that, and that's a high thing. Just can't anybody get involved. So even the
Like
fact that you doing that, having it on your college resume, it looks good because it's showing your versatility. It's showing that you can do other things besides sports. When did basketball first become for you? Like, when did you first start playing? What grade was you?
I'll say I was in like fifth grade when I started. It was like a little Saturday league. I went to Holloway Elementary out Springfield, and I kind of just played a little Saturday league, which was the little league where we just played teams. We wear our little shirt with the number on it, and then it just went from there for real.
Yeah, when did you see yourself excelling? Like, when did you see yourself getting better? Like, man, I can do this.
At first when I started playing, it was just I was just jumping into it. I ain't never touched a ball before and everything. Like I was just happy. But my mom was like, "You good at it?" Because I was one of the tallest people. So I
Mhm.
just started. I say really like, uh, I say eighth grade when I really start like, oh, I'm good at this. And my granddad, he always been training me since fifth grade for real, just training me by himself. He would go to find rims outside, all that during the summer. But yeah, really, I'll say eighth grade is when I started to really excel. Like, man, I'm good at this. I really like love this sport for real.
Yeah, you spoke on two pivotal things: your mom and your granddad. Your mom supporting you, pushing you in the beginning. Your granddad even now, and your mom even now too. But we're speaking like when you first started. How important is family, and what does family mean to you?
Family to what it means to me is like that it basically it just uplifts you and it make you feel good. Like in family, I feel like you need a that's a big part of like you need support when you plan this. And I really think it does take a big part of where I'm at today. Cause I don't think I couldn't have done it without them.
Yeah. And how do you balance academics and athletics, like being a great student in the classroom, but being a high school student, being a teenager, still having to go to practice, having games, having to clean up, do stuff around the house? Like, how do you balance all this?
Um, well, I'll just be consistent in the classroom. So I don't let papers and everything get all piled up. I just do it right away. If I need help, I ask for help. I don't just let that sit there and be like, oh, I don't know what to do. Like I'm gonna figure it out. And I just try to be real consistent with all my work just to get it done and over with. And was as far as like home, I just come home and I try to do what I can do that day. If I'm not too sore, if I'm not too tired, I still come home and try to do something.
Yeah.
Practice, I just mentally get through it. Like I just be like, all right, school over. Let me relax. Let me think about what my mindset is right now. So if we about to play somebody, I just think like, oh, let me get my mindset together. I gotta lock in. Woosah, I'll deal with the school stuff once I get home. Or
Okay, you said a pivotal one for good players. They mentioned this, and you described it early. Locking in. What does that look like for Say? Locking in, getting focused, knowing she got a game. What does the locking in process look like?
um basically just reading over my player, watching some film, just to, read tendencies of who I'm gonna be guarding, going over some plays that we running, some zones, all type of stuff, listening to some music. That's really my definition. Relaxing, make sure I'm not all nervous or anything. Just knowing what I'm supposed to do when it's time, when the lights come on.
Wow, you watch film, so you already ahead of the bunch because even in college, that's when a lot of people first start taking film serious and watching and break down the players. So if it's a game day, what would be in Say's beats or her earbuds? What would be playing to get her hype? Like, what's that song to get you going?
I'll be listening to Babyface Ray and
Okay,
the Young OG, stuff
okay.
like that.
So
Give
you
me,
okay? So you like to be hype? You don't like the mellow? You like the hypeness?
yeah.
Okay. What type of leader are you? Are you a leader that you vocal or you let your play speak for itself?
Um, I would say I would have to be a more vocal leader, but I'm sometimes I just let my play speak for itself. But I would say I'm a more vocal
Okay. Yeah,
player.
I'm gonna ask you this. So you told me earlier a little bit you're silly, you joke and all this. How hard is it to turn it off at certain times? Because when I played, I used to be that person, but I used to get in trouble. Do you allow it to get you in trouble sometimes, or do you kind of keep it under wraps?
Yeah, sometimes, because it be some funny stuff. Like my team I play with, they're hilarious, and then you add me on, we just all just jokesters. So yeah, sometimes I do let it get me in trouble, but I learned how to cope it down to where I can like stop when I
Yeah.
know when.
How was it playing with a top recruit on your team? Did it push you? How was the team like? How was y'all reacting to it, like the press or just knowing people was gonna be at the game because of your teammate?
It kind of did like push me because, like you said, Kamara and all those other top people I play with, it just pushed me to be better and to do good for them. So, but really, with my teammate, like for example, Kamara, she would just like hype me up, like, "Hey, be ready for that pass. It's coming. I got you." Now I'm like, "All right, I got you. I'm gonna catch. I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna put it in there." So
Yeah.
it just uplifted me. It gave me some motivation for sure because they will always be counting on me. Like when I get in the game, they'd be like, "Hey, make sure you catch. Make sure you do what you got to do." So yeah, it was definitely a motivational thing and uplifting for sure.
Yeah. How was it? Was it hard being that your brother played and he played at a high level? Did you feel like you had to compete and you had to walk in his shoes? Was it pressure? And even knowing that your dad was a great basketball player, was that pressure?
Um, I wouldn't say it was pressure, but I definitely would say like I would have to like hold the legacy, especially me being a girl. So it was like, oh, you got a sister too, like her dad play ball, her brother play ball, and then you got the girl that play ball, and she cool too. So it really wasn't no nervous thing. It was like I already got it. So I just had it in my DNA. So it was not really a nervous thing. Like, oh, I gotta do great, I gotta do good. I just
Yeah.
came grew on me, and I was like, oh, I really like this sport. Like I would love to play this sport for a long time.
Yeah. I just want to give a moment of silence for your dad as well. Yeah, your dad used to be a camp leader when I went to the start camps when he went to start and just me following basketball, like when he played for start and the teammates I had that used to do different stuff. Like your dad used to do this when he get in one. So one of my teammates used to look up to your dad as well. So he would do everything Romeo was doing, even stuff when he was doing what he wasn't supposed to do, he'd be following the coach would be like, you trying to be like Romeo, you need to be like yourself. So a lot of people looked up to him and he was a really great athlete. And that's good that you said about the legacy because the legacy lives on and is continuing inside you because God has given you great gifts and talents that you're able to, succeed and walk in it as well. Like he had a game that I used to hear about because it was out of town. He had 40 points, 20 rebounds. That's unheard of. Like, them double doubles. And he used to just be a player so that you know what you are capable of doing. Like, you got it. So that lets me know what's in yourself. How important is it to know self-worth and know and have the confidence and speak to the other youth that might be looking up to you that might don't got confidence? What would you say to that?
I would say I would say self-confidence is really important because it can knock your own game off. You have to know what you can do and what your best ability is. And you also have to put the work in. If you know you putting the work in outside and you know what you can do, you definitely go in the game with that same mindset and practice how you play. And I feel like that is the big part of you as a player is to have self-confidence. And you can't listen to what everybody tell you. You can't do that. You have to know your worth and what you do. Because you at the end, you only know what you can do and how to produce that.
Yeah. What would you say to a teammate that's down on themselves, might miss the jump shot, lost the ball, fouled? What would you say to that?
Um, I would say don't dwell on it for real because you just practice on it. You miss some free throws, you just go and practice. We shoot our 10 free throws. You miss a jump shot, just work on your jumper. Like it's always more opportunity to work on your craft. Like I wouldn't stress it because it already happened. So
Yeah.
you work on what you're gonna do the next time, the next game.
Yeah. How do you handle setbacks and losses and things that maybe happen that you don't have no control of, or something that you know that you need to work on? How do you use it to make you bounce back stronger for the next time?
Um, well, film is a big thing. I always watch film after every game, and I look at what I did, what I produced, and what my team did and produced for the game, win or lose. When we lose, it's not really like such of a big down, like downing ourselves. We just kind of look at the game because 9 times out of 10, a lot of games we play, like we all individually played our hardest and did our best to ability. Like, no, I can't look at nobody and say that they didn't do their hardest or, play to up how they should play. Cause I feel like we all played as hard as we could. But just watching film, I really just look at that and then I'll be like, oh, I should have maybe played her left shoulder or I should have moved my quick feet faster. So it's just really film for real. I just look at that and then work on my craft, see what why I missed the left layup or something. I go in practice, I put 10 back up. Just
Yeah.
back just to get me in that mode, like so it's like automatic.
Yeah. How do you approach teamwork and collaborations with your basketball teammates? And how has that helped you with your bonds and areas of life?
Um we kind of just find time after practice to like work on things with each other, which is I feel like it's a good thing because we can all like come to each other to ask for help. We need help on a play or we need help doing a pivot cut or anything. I feel like I can go to them and we can all just find time to work with each other. It don't matter when it is. And definitely I have like very supportive teammates. I would say as far as like the senior class and our freshmen is like I wouldn't like doubt I having a problem like asking for help with something. And I feel like that's a good key for all of us that are going to college for basketball is just having confidence in each other and like believing in each other and willing to help each other to be better players.
Yeah. And how did it come about you going to Terra State? What attracted you to that school? What is it that you like about it?
Um, how it attracted me was I had a game on Saturday and we were playing Laurel and I was upset about something. I think I just didn't play a good game that day. And I was just waiting just, to go home and watch the film or whatever. And I got a call and he was just like, the recruiter, Coach Tony, he was like, hey, are you Sae Hightower? Are you ready to take this basketball to the next step? And I was like, oh, yeah. I'm like, of course, like, what's up? He was like, yeah, I see you play today. And I was just like, wow, I would have never thought nobody was like looking at me. Like it was just amazed. So after he talked to me, he's like, I would love for you to talk to the head coach and everything, come out and visit or whatever. I just started looking into it, looking into their recent players now, watching a few of their films, their games, just doing research on the whole school. And it just it come to find out that Coach Tony used to um like coached my dad back in start when it was his senior year and he knew my grandfather too, so it was all like some family chemistry. So I
Yeah.
was like, wow, this could really be good for me because they just was like had so much interest in me. Like I used to coach your dad and I watch you play and it kind of reminds me of him and everything. So I was like, yeah, this really gonna help me. And they really seem genuine, like they want to help me and great. It's a great looks like great school and everything.
Yeah, what's the coach Tony? What's his last name? His last name Tony?
Um I think I don't know his last name. I think it's like Tony. It's like a really hard name.
Okay, yeah, that's good. What stuck out to me is what you said is you didn't think nobody was watching you while you were playing. Like, as kids, we grew up, and I know your parents probably told you this, your mom probably told you this. Make sure you be on your best behavior because you don't know who watching you. Speak to the young athletes that's coming up about that because you never know who's watching you. So, what advice would you give to them on the
Um, I,
court and off the court?
I would say just hang around off the court. I would say hang around the right people, and just make sure that you like stand in the right mind space. You don't want to be with the wrong people at the wrong time. And on the court, I would definitely say just don't be too like uh don't show like bad flaws. Just play your game. Don't act different. Don't try to act like nobody else. Just play your own game and try to be the best that you can for your team and for yourself. Just act yourself. Act pure good to yourself.
Yeah. How do you feel your high school basketball experience thus far has prepared you for the college level?
Um, I would say I was coached the hardest on my team, so I feel like that definitely has me well over prepared for college. I got like my coach just told me I'm like one of the most mentally toughest players on our team. So I feel like that's already well mentally prepared me for anything in life. Like I'm a strong person and I feel like my mom too, she made me stronger. My granddad, like they have a big part in that, like just being a strong individual.
Yeah. Yeah, and what you said is key too, because they used to say when the coach is picking on you and he's saying something to you, some people are like, man, the coach always hard on me, and why you always saying something? But if he wasn't or she wasn't saying something to you, it would be a problem. But that coach sees something in you, and it's up to her or him to push it and get it out of you for you can be at your best because they know that they need to do their job as a coach to bring the best out of you for your family. Because if they're not doing their job. So what would you say to the young athletes who has a problem or they getting attitudes or they allow what the coach and how the coach is treating them to affect them? What would you say to that, being that you're a prodigy of it making you a better player?
I would say just don't let it get in your head too much. You gotta listen to the message. Don't really pay too much attention to the tone or how it's said because it always is not gonna come off the right way. But you gotta listen to the message because it's always not negative. Like not a lot of times it is positive out what they're trying to say and get through to you. And I would just say just be respectful about it. Yes, coach. No, coach. Just keep your head up. Listen to what they saying. Don't really listen too much about the tone or how it come off.
Yeah. What are your academic and athletic goals next year when you go to college? Are you setting them? Are you going to give it some thought this summer?
Um, I've already said them, so I wanted to go to college to be a physical trainer, a athletic trainer, or a physical something like that. It's a major. It's like a program there, a physical therapist. So, I already have it set. I wanted to go do that because, I have a knee disorder that was passed down, and it caused my joints and my knees to like dislocate easily. And from our athletic trainer at start, his name was Mitch. He had to leave though, but he just gave me like uplifting encouragement to be one because he just helped me out with like therapy, just get me back strong on my knees so that I could, be able to play basketball again. So that
Yeah.
just encouraged me to be like, I actually want to do this because I like helping people. I'm very likable person and I just love to help people. Like I don't that's what I feel like I fit into doing in the
Yeah.
future.
Yeah, a couple more questions we get you out of here, but that's always needed at the high school level at the college level and even professional, and it's multiple different teams. So that's a good avenue to be in it. And why not let basketball be the transportation to get you through college, to get you to that next level, because you thinking outside the box. You know, your grades is already good. You're already great with being academic and mentally prepared. So that's not going to be a problem. All you have to do is work hard and keep on getting better in school and then go into your field. What kind of athlete and what kind of player is Terra State getting? What would you say you bring to the table?
Um, I say that I bring skill to the table, and I also just bring good energy, and I feel like I'm very helpful and easy person to talk to, and academically I can help people either any way I can help people, but that's what I feel like I bring to the table. And I'm just a I would say as a teammate, I'm a very good teammate. You can talk to me about anything, whether it's basketball or not. I'm more than likely to help you with academics or playing or learning to play or anything. So I feel like that's what I bring to the table.
Yeah. And what are you most excited? What are you most excited about looking forward to going to Terra State?
Um, I just want like the experience, not the experience, but like just different coaching. You know, it's just different, like a different environment basically. Like I'm just excited to get this opportunity and to get coached how I've talked to them now. I feel like it would be a great opportunity and a different experience because I'm going to the next level. So I'm just looking forward to that and like continuing my academics and everything else. Like,
Yeah. Before I send the following closing words, I want you to speak to the youth out there. Whatever comes on your heart, I want you to just give them words of encouragement, whatever you may think of.
um, I would say well, first thing I would say is just to put the work in for it. You can't expect to just go to practice and think that you can just become, the eye of people, and just, put the work in and make sure that you hang around the right people, and that I would say that you would be a very open person to anybody. Like you're not too cocky or anything like that. It's really a mental game. It's not a mind game, but it's a mental game. And you always have to be on your P's and Q's with everything. But I would just say, just be positive and put the work in for everything you do, including basketball or academics.
Yeah. And I just want to encourage you to continue on. Even you are a creative, and I just learned that even today. You learned something new with your creative side. Put the work in even on that. Like I said, always have the resources, always have the footage, the film, however you want to do it. And even with you going to meeting your new teammates or even, your new classmates and stuff like that, long as you got the work that's put in, you always can put it out how you want to. But I don't want you to be discouraged. Continue to do yours because it's gonna elevate you into different things and opportunities, even as you go to college, even as you are excelling in basketball. But you got the creative side, like you said, how you was doing with your teammates when you was recording them, and that it give you a chance to be able to do it. And then keep God first, and God gonna be able to open up doors for you and give you favor when you need it, as long as you keep on doing what you're supposed to do, because it's been working out. All the different things that you've been going through, God is getting you through it. Like you said, you tough, you mentally tough, and it ain't no purpose. I mean, it ain't no, coincidence why you in the position you is. And it's a blessing because a lot of people would love to be in your shoes because you're going to the next level. You're playing basketball, and some people don't even know how. So that's why we do these interviews, so they can see how your journey is, because they see you. You got people that look up to you that you might not even know, but them seeing this and seeing how did Sae do it, man, I want to be like Sae, that's real talk. So people being able to see it. So congratulations. Keep doing the hard work. Like I said, I just wanted to spotlight you for your academics first and your athletic ability and being a creative now. Anything you need, I'm here for it to help you with your creative side too, as well, or even support.
Okay.
Yep, it's been great.
Thank you.
So I'm walking in my purpose on purpose.